Hello. Being rejected is part of the game. Repeat, being rejected is part of the game. What is the face threat theory? This is going to be a hot take and we're going to have some fun. But before I go, I just want to give a shout out to the people who reject our services. You make us stronger. We really appreciate your honesty. Thank you for your service and thanks for this jump off bit. Now, let's hop on this hot take. What is the face threat theory? All right, but before we go, we're going to have to lay down some terms and some conditions so we can agree upon them and we can be on the same page. All right, now focus on this word and focus on the highlights. Polite. Polite is polished. Polite is being polished or elegant in manners. Polite is refined in behavior. Polite is well bred. So we like this term right here because Jesus Christ has made us polite. So we became very polite once we got to hang out with Jesus Christ. Before that, I wasn't well bred. Before that, I wasn't refined in my behavior. Before that, I wasn't elegant in my manners. Before that, I was not polished. I was what you would call a roughneck. And I thank Jesus all day, all night for making me polite and for making me well bred. Thank you, Jesus. Now, drop down and we're going to show you the summary of what is the face threat theory. Okay, now focus on these highlights. This is a fun bit right here. It says face threat theory, also known as politeness theory, explains how people manage their social interactions to avoid threatening each other's face. Right? So we like this one because we used to clown hard with people and we used to make jokes and we used to just pick on people. But we don't like doing that anymore because we don't want to be threatening to people anymore, because sometimes people get intimidated just because of our energy and we don't like that. So we're trying to be polite now, okay? Let's keep it going. It says face refers to a person's desire to be respected and to maintain their self-image in social situations. So it's all about how you interact with your neighbors. And we like this because sometimes people, the mask that they present to us isn't really what they tell us, because we know behind our backs they talk bad about us. When the only reason why we know this is because words always come back to us and then people tell us how bad they talk about us. And it's cool and it's fair. And we're cool with that because our style, our face, it ain't for everyone. It ain't for everyone. Now, drop down and I'm going to show you a provision from our Constitution, because this is what we like to do. We like to show people how to operate in this realm, and we especially like to show people how to operate in their political realm. Check out this bit right here. It says a person, I'm going to pause on person. So remember, a person is not a man, a person is not a woman, a person is not a child, a person is not a people. A person is a tool that the people use to speak through. A person will be called a mask, right? A person will be called someone's face, all right? So we like talking about faces because we like talking about persons, all right? Let's keep it going. A person may not be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, or denied equal protection of the laws. What does that mean? That means that everyone's face has the ability to have life, liberty, and property. So you cannot deprive someone's face of life, liberty, or property because you don't like their face. Remember this? So we're going to be cool. Now, drop down and we're going to show you my job description because I love it, because this is what I was commissioned to do. I was commissioned to get out here and teach all nations, and I love it because it's so much fun, because I get to show you my Father's Word. Now, I'm going to show you my Father's Word, and we're going to have a whole lot of fun on this bit right here, okay? Check this out. He was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. And the Word was made flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory, the glory of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. For there is no respect of persons with God. You see that bit right there? So Father came down in the form of flesh, and the name of the form of flesh was called Jesus Christ. So Jesus is God who came down in the form of flesh to show the people how to be the people. Jesus showed the people how to keep our faces, and we love it, right? And we love it. But then Father also told us right here where he says, there is no respect of persons with God. God does not respect persons because persons are not real. Persons are not people. Person is not a man. A person is not a woman. A person is not a child. A person is not a people. A person is a tool that the people created so they can use it, right? And this is why we know our status, our standing, and our jurisdiction, because we're completely different from persons, because the people create persons just like how God created the people. Remember this, and we're going to be cool, okay? So I just wanted to show you that job description of how the Word was made flesh and who the Word is. The Word is Jesus Christ, and the Word is God, right? So once you can do the mathematics on that bit right there, you're going to set yourself up for a whole lot of fun, okay? And then I wanted to show you that a person cannot be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, right? And then once you understand that the people create persons and the people use persons to speak through, then you're going to understand that you have a huge duty and you have a huge obligation to oversee and protect your person, because if you don't, you're going to get turned out and you're going to get tricked out, okay? And then I wanted to show you what face theory is, because it's a really cool tool once you understand how to use it. And it's just all about being polite. And once you understand how to be polite, you're going to be super cool, okay? And then I wanted to show you what polite is, because a lot of people think that they're polite, but we know that they're not, because we can tell by their actions and then the words that they say, okay? So being polite isn't about what you would call your etiquette training. It's all about how you act. It's all about how you perform. It's all about, do you love your neighbor? It's all about, do you love your neighbor like you love yourself? And it's all about, do you love God with all your heart, with all your mind, and with all your soul? That's how we know if you're well bred, and your actions are going to show us if you're well bred or not, because of the words that come out of your mouth. Okay, my neighbor? All right, we're done with that bit. Let's hop on our next slide. Conclusion. Let's work on our closeout game. This is our job description too. Check this out. Trust God, dress and keep God's property, protect neighbors with trust tools, show the people how to move with simplicity, test, break, and build free people by God with love. Game over. So if you understand the terms and the conditions in that script right there, then you're going to be able to bring down your stress a whole lot, because we'll show you how to operate in a completely different realm. We'll show you how to run jurisdiction over your person. We'll show you how to run jurisdiction over your face, okay? So we're done with that bit. Let's go ahead and close out now. So you can contact us and we will build you a private organization and show you how to operate it by God with love. We will show you how to administer your face. We will show you how to control your person. In fact, we will show you how to create persons, and we will show you how to lord over those persons, okay? Remember this bit, and we're going to be cool. Until then, I'll see you in the future. And remember, nobody's having more fun than us. Bye.